Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video titled Old Testament Sacrifices. What did they do? Okay, so that's a question that a lot of people ask, because Genesis 15, Genesis is an Old Testament book. It says how Abraham was saved by faith alone. Okay, so it says Genesis 15, chapter 15, verse 6, and he believed in the Lord, and he counted it for righteousness. This is Abram, or Abraham, now we know him. But, yeah, so a lot of people, they're like, so it's by faith, so why did they need that animal sacrifices? Well, I'll tell you, they didn't need them, okay? So, animal sacrifices, okay, they were used as a covering for sins, okay? An example of this would be when Adam and Eve sinned, and God slayed an animal and put the skin on them to cover their wickedness. But when you took off the skin of the animal, they were still wicked. It was just a covering so that they could be in the sight of God, just like it was in the Old Testament. Okay, so the Old Testament was a shadow of good things to come. It was a shadow of the good thing to come. So the shadow is the Old Testament sacrifices, and the good thing to come is Jesus. Okay, Jesus' sacrifice, the one imperfect sacrifice. That is why they had to do it yearly. Okay, it wasn't a one-time It wasn't even a one-time forgiveness. It was a one-time covering. And once that year ran out, they had to sacrifice another one. Okay, so each year they covered their sins. So think of it like this. So if you have a water bottle, okay, and then you have a blanket, okay. If you spill water, or let's say a towel, okay. So say you spill water on the carpet, okay, and your mom's gonna get mad, okay, when she's pulling up, okay. So you just put a towel over it. You just put a towel over it, and it looks as if it's clean, but it's not. Why? Because when you lift up that towel, when you take off the skin off of Abraham and Adam and Eve, when that animal skin that God put on them, when that time expires for the animal sacrifice, when you take it up, when you do all those things, it's still unclean. Okay, once you pick up the towel, it's unclean. When you take off the skin of the animals that God put on Adam and Eve, it's unclean. Okay, when the timer, the year runs out of the animal sacrifice, it's removed, and look, it's unclean. So it never forgave sins like Jesus did. That is why it was a shadow of good things to come, not the very image of things. We see this in verse 1. For the law, meaning the sacrifices, having a shadow of good things to come, not the very image of things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. Okay, a lot of people twist this and say, see, look, it says it won't make you perfect anymore. Okay, it used to make you perfect, but no, this is talking about covering. Okay, it says in verse 4, for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and goats should take away sins. So the reason if the animal sacrifices would be able to take away sins, then that would be the good thing to come. Okay, that wouldn't be the shadow of good thing to come, but rather the good thing to come. Okay, so that is why we need to split this up and look at this in context. Because a lot of people will say that, oh yeah, people are saved differently in the Old Testament, but that is so totally unbiblical. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, put your opinion on my interpretation of the Old Testament sacrifices in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, because we are a growing channel and I'm trying to spread the gospel. So love you guys, and here's a video over here talking about the gospel. Okay, if you click on here, it'll show you the gospel, the true one and only gospel. Okay, love you guys. Peace.